Saint Germain and his violet flame forgives as it frees, consumes as it transmutes, clears the records of past karma, thus balancing your debts in life, equalizes the flow of energy between yourself and other life streams, and propels you into the arms of the living God. I have Saint Germain here with me today, and he is helping me release past life karma. Okay, I have been going through the motions here with a very deep witch wound that I had in a past life, which basically has stopped me from learning a huge karmic lesson of vulnerability. Okay, I have been unable to live within vulnerability, which is the act of standing within our authenticity and having the courage to move forward in life with it. And this is all because of my past life where I was persecuted for my knowledge, my wisdom. Okay, I was basically, quote unquote, killed off in a past life because of my spiritual essence, because of my witchy abilities here. Okay, and now in this life I am breaking down this wound because it has been alive within me for as long as I can tell in this life so far. And this wound has really created this underlying fear. It's an irrational fear of being judged and persecuted for my authenticity. Okay, so I feel that many of you in the collective can definitely resonate with that, because I did not actually fully understand the art of vulnerability until I actually stepped into this knowledge myself. I've always believed myself to be somebody that is quite open. Emotionally, I am very open and free with how I explain things, sharing my story, right? But throughout my day-to-day life, I do, in some sense, go back and forth in my own authenticity because of my lack of courage and irrational fear of persecution. 2 on my timestamp, okay? And I have Saint Germain here because as I read that little, beginning there, he's here with his violet flame to transmute all past life karmic debt. Okay, so although in this past life here I more or less did not have karma per se, but I still brought this wound in this life here, which is holding me back from allowing myself to fully step into my magic, my true power, because of fear of persecution. Okay, and so Saint Germain is really here with us today, sharing this message, letting us know that he is here to work with him, okay, because he wants to assist us in releasing karmic debt, okay, so that we can stop repeating past patterns, toxic ways of living here, okay, to learn how to set boundaries, to allow ourselves to live within a vulnerable state, to authentically and courageously live the life that we're meant to, with psychic insight, with sacred vision here. So my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light, and decree over my beautiful higher self, as well as Saint Germain, thank you so much for your presence. And as I have kind of been feeling his energy around me as I've been working, through this wound, and I found out about this wound actually months ago, but I didn't recognize the true power of why I was shown that past life until recently here, okay? Because it's something that I've been experiencing more or less on a subconscious level. I've been walking around with this wound in this life here, and it's really this it's being brought to the forefront here so I can become aware and I can finally transmute. Okay, so with Saint Germain here, it's just I feel encircled in this violet flame. Okay, it's just this beautiful energy of transmutation. Okay, so what can we tell my beautiful viewer here? Focused intention. Okay, think about what you desire and set your sights higher. So what can we tell my beautiful viewer about past life karma? Okay, about facing our fears, right? Kali Ma, more major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. when we are living with past life wounds here, beautiful souls, it is very, very unconscious. And that's why Saint Germain is here, because he wants to help us recognize what past life wounds we are carrying in this life that are still holding us back. Okay? And Diana came back with focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights higher, and expect the best possible outcome. Okay? This is truly about connecting our heart, right, to our mind, to find that balance here, okay? To face our fears and set the intention to do so, right? I'm setting the intention here to look at this wound, to allow myself to come into a vulnerable state within my life, because this is a karmic lesson for me, a massive, massive lesson in my life to break down. Krishna, devotion, to be devoted. Okay, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Okay, I've been seeing peacocks a lot here. Okay, and an interesting fact about peacocks is that the male is actually the peacock with the gorgeous plumes that they spread out, but they are actually very, very aggressive and animals. And what this kind of is representing for me in this energy alongside vulnerability is that vulnerability is a very compassionate, empathic, graceful sense of being to be within, right? But it's also a very authentic, strong, confident space to be in, because you set boundaries. You do not allow disrespect. You face your fears, right? So the peacock is gorgeous, but it stands its ground, right? It shows us beauty and allows us to see something extraordinary, but it will protect itself, right? There's a line that is drawn for the peacock, okay? And that is this energy of this vulnerability, especially as we're dealing with past life wounds here, okay? Look at care and compassion on the bottom of the deck. And it's like, to heal our mind, body, and soul, we have to remember that we are energy and that we have energetically carried on lifetimes of pain. A lot of the pain that I transmute along my journey here is not even from this past life, you guys. With the world on the bottom, this is cycles that we go within and without throughout our entire lifetimes. What do you need to learn in this life that you can release yourself from, that you can break down this old cycle, take the lead, right? And you know, this wound, this witch wound, okay, I have been shown things in my reality here for probably months, okay? And the same situation keeps occurring and occurring and occurring. And I actually got assistance to recognize what this really meant for me through another tarot reader here on TikTok, okay? And she brought up vulnerability and my inability to ask for help, to open myself up, okay, to my true authentic self because of my past wounds here, okay? So, Saint Germain, what can we tell my beautiful viewer, and how would you like to guide them through this energy? Look, it's very, very deep. It's very, very subconscious. And he's here to help us overcome it, to take charge of these subconscious fears. Irrational fears is very, very heavy, okay? Especially when we're dealing with past life things. We are very, very unaware. It's in the depths of the psyche, depths of the subconscious here, where we need to face our fears, where we need to start recognizing, have focused intention. If you desire to look at something that has been hindering you in your 3D reality, where can you pinpoint it if it's happened in this life? If you cannot pinpoint it to something that is happening in this current lifetime, that is your number one sign that this is not actually connected to this life. It is through cell memory here, beautiful souls. We are energy. We carry this over, okay? Look it. It's the past. It's the past. Saint Germain is here to offer you an outlet, or insight, I should say, insight into a past life where you have been stuck, that is keeping you stuck, is keeping you blindfolded to major, major, major lessons in this lifetime. The point of learning these lessons here, beautiful souls, is to clear karmic debt, okay? Here, when we come down to this earthly plane, is to learn lessons. It is to eradicate all of that past karma and debt that we have accumulated from all of our lifetimes. It's like I joke, like I'm promising to make this my last lifetime here on this like earthly plane, this earth school. In many ways, I'm here to teach and guide, right? As an ascension guide, as I go through my own motions, as I unfold and unlock all of these parts of myself, the first thing I want to do is I want to share it with you guys, okay? To help all of us see that we have been sitting and waiting, okay? We've been sitting in this deceit, in this scheme of life, in this treachery of this plane that has allowed us to stay stuck in the mundane, okay? Not see the magic of our life, of who we are on a true essence, on a true energetic soul level. And the purpose behind this life is for soul evolution here, beautiful souls. It is not to make us feel like we're just kind of like entrapped in this 3D world of living, like this 9-to-5 life, and no judgment to it. But our lives here on this planet at this time are so much greater than many people even recognize. It is deeply, deeply stored through cell memory in the subconscious mind, where you have to have focused intention to set that intention, to devote yourself. Where in the past am I sitting here and lingering around in all of the lies, the betrayal, the deceit, and not only from this life, not only from this life. To take a leap of faith, to have a clean slate, is to master working on ourselves, right? And this is also going back to vulnerability, to allow ourselves to work and collaborate with others. One of these past life wounds that I have been more or less has been presented to me is because back in the day, ancestrally, women were basically the homemakers, right? Where women had everything on their plate in regards to the home, cooking, cleaning, all of that stuff. And that is still so finely ingrained and imprinted within women in society today. Where we're weak if we ask for help, right? Where men are weak if they are vulnerable and show their emotions. And that's why Saint Germain is here, because with his violet flame, he's able to transmute these negative thought patterns, these old ways of thinking, being stuck in the past that do not serve this time anymore, that do not even serve our evolution on a soul level. And the point of all of this more or less lessons, right? And to become aware of the karmic cycles that we are living in, you guys, is to break it down. Is to get out of it. Because if you don't learn it now, you will come back again until you do. Over and over and over again. In this life where I was persecuted within my community, it was as if and I'm still holding on to this as I'm trying to release it here, understanding that it's a past life, but it's really, really, really put me in this space here where I don't know who I can trust to work with, right? Because I was so betrayed in that life. And I carry that over here, where now I have to learn to be vulnerable, to allow myself to accept help, to allow myself to ask for help, to collaborate with others, to free myself from this old way of thinking, communicating, working with others, viewing others, reopening my heart to be able to trust, to to move forward, right? To walk away from that old way of thinking, living, and being, and really truly come into forward movement. I have 888 showing up. You know, this is the as above, so below energy of abundance. That we have to remember that we are always connected here as much as we are here on this earthly plane, and that so much of our knowledge comes from the divine, and if we allow it to connect with us, we have all of the answers that we need here, beautiful souls. Our past lives, beautiful souls, is for us to balance the scales, okay? We come back on this earthly plane to first remember who we are, where we come from, right? And then second, allow ourselves, pardon me, to take honest looks at the life that we are currently living. So, for clarifying, why, my beautiful angels, Saint Germain, archangels, why would people choose to come back down here and learn lessons? Let's get you some clarifying cards to help us all better understand, okay? Look at, to trust our intuition through all of the exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. This life that we're living has caused us in society to be disconnected from our intuition and led us to be completely depleted here. It's about connecting back to our heart, right? That inner knowing to show us what is depleting us. We are holding on to past life energy and past life things that are exhausting us. But here is to bring balance, peace, harmony back into our lives here. On a soul level, beautiful souls, this is soul evolution. Our soul wants peace. Our soul wants harmony. Our soul signed up for these lessons. We signed up to learn, okay? And this is one of the only planes within the universe here that allows us to have the human condition and the human heart and to be able to feel. Because it is very, very, I can't say indefinitely that there's no other place that allows us to have the emotions that we do here as it is on Earth, but people are on wait lists in the ethers trying to come down to this planet to experience the human heart, to experience human emotion. Because in the universe, everything is peace, everything is harmony, everything is balanced. We connect with people telepathically. We can just pick up and go and travel easily, effortlessly. Here on Earth, it's dense, it's hard. This is where the lessons are. This is where we get to evolve. We're running from these lessons here, beautiful souls. We're running from our own balance, from our own harmony, from our own peace, from connecting to our own intuition, and all we are is depleted and exhausted because of it. That's a lot, but look it. We're stressed over the memories, right? We're stressed within the families, okay? See the memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet, okay? Turbulence, tension, arguments. And this is giving me that energy of this past life stuff, right? Where we actually have past life memories here that are heavy, that weigh us down, that exhaust us, that is stressful. I used to read a very well-known psychic medium, Sylvia Browne, and I have the whole collection of her books. She's so amazing in the way that she describes the other side and things of that sort. And she's a hypnotherapist, and she would do regressions, past life regressions for people. And many people would come to her and say, like there was this one story that sticks out to me where this gentleman, he's like, as soon as I turned 30, I had severe back pain out of nowhere. I've never been in an accident. Nothing happened to me to cause this back pain, right? So he had been going on with this for years. He went to doctors, nothing's wrong with your back, sir, blah, blah, blah. You know, long story short. He goes and he gets a past life regression here with Sylvia Browne. He went into his past life, and at 30 years old in this past life, he died, and something had happened to his back, like he broke his back and he died from a broken back. Cell memory in this life, as soon as he hit 30, boom, he felt that, because in that life, that's what happened. That's what occurred. 444 on my timestamp. We carry these things over. It's cell memory, beautiful souls. They're memories that we hold within our feminine nature, because that's our intuition. That's our connection to God and our feminine energy here, you guys. And when we allow ourselves to recognize what this is, okay, what our past lives mean and how to transmute this broken energy, right? That's when we get a second chance. That's when we can reconcile through our divine masculine energy. That's when we get a second chance here on this plane with our masculine energy to take action, to take the lead in this physical world, because that is what our masculine energy is. It's connected here to this physical plane. So we have feminine and masculine energy showing up, showing that if we really want peace and balance, we have to recognize that we have to come into union with both aspects of ourself on an energetic level here. So please know here, beautiful souls, that when these types of old energies come up to the surface for you, it's trying to show you something here, okay? Can we get a closing message here, please? Pride and arrogance as I stopped. Saint Germain, do you have a closing message here? Because we're really trying to guide people to remember that past lives here are a real thing, to transmute them, okay? And to work with you through this transmutation, okay? How can we guide them, please? Look at transcendence, okay? With Freya of cycles. Phases and cycles. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So if you followed along this entire message, please let this be the message that you received. To break down this illusion, to be the beginning of the ending of past life pain, to help you begin transmuting all of the energy that no longer serves your highest good, to get you out of this broken, shattered, exhausted energy that we live in here on this earthly plane, and give ourselves a true second chance to take a leap in life and create forward movement, you guys. Saint Germain, call on him, because he's here showing you, okay? Open communication. This gives me that energy of coming back to vulnerability, right? To get the weight off of our chest and to speak up with love and be heard. So allow yourself to be vulnerable right now. Allow yourself to find your true self, your authentic self, and then have the courage to communicate it to the world. To release the old cycles and phases that no longer serve you, to have focused intention to transcend it, okay? We have two, pictures here of moons over the head. It's time to transcend this earthly plane and connect with the divine so they can help us truly, truly release this density, to help us transmute the things that don't serve us anymore, so that we can formally, finally come into peace and balance and harmony, because that's what you deserve, beautiful souls. Let me know how this message resonated, if it gave you any clarity, if you learned something new. Again, if this is your first time here, I am an ascension guide. I'm here to get our gears moving, beautiful souls, and I'm so grateful for all of my beautiful supports here on my platform. I'm so grateful for you guys. And if you are new here and you are enjoying the type of messages that I give out, please be sure to join, okay? Because I'm really here, breaking down these illusions for us, beautiful souls, so we can all be set free from the past that doesn't serve us and begin manifesting magic back into our lives. If you're interested in booking a personal, you can visit the link in my bio. You can book through my website. Until then, love and light.